Everyone, it is John, and today we are looking at one of the ENQUIRIES magazine's insert games, pocket games, I don't know, however you'd like to call them, but this one is Rescue from the Hive. So I may have another insert perhaps a bit later, but this is it, and one of my subscribers posted about, because he's quite likes the, or remembers fondly, shall I say, these particular games, which SBI then released as boxed games later on. However, many of them started life as a game in a magazine. So let's go and have a very brief look at just what is Rescue from the Hive. Time to have a look at Rescue from the Hive. Yes, one of SPI's little pocket game. Well, not pocket games, but they came in the ENQUIRIES magazine. This was from ENQUIRIES magazine number 11. And as you can see, map's still in pretty good condition. However, what I will say, obviously I must have played this, because for some obscure reason I've put contact plastic on the map, and I will now nicely say never do that again, because I've folded it to go back into the sleeve pocket that I've got, and of course sadly the join has not, well, it will eventually crack over time. So that is the map board, which is in very good, well, obviously in very good condition. You have what is meant to be, I believe, a starship that the Xenon, I think that might be how you pronounce it. Anyway, the game itself simulates the Space Marines' rescue attempt. The Terran player sends small groups of men into the Hive ship to search out and recapture the hostages or prisoners before the Xenon ship goes into hyperdrive and appears deep in Xenon space. The Xenon player attempts to destroy the Terran player's forces and hinder his rescue attempts. So there is a game turn record track, which you must have 20 turns. I'm not too sure. As I said, I've not actually played this. Or if I have, I've certainly forgotten it. But the rules, very, very simple. Standard style that I quite like, which is the dot point numbering system. So everything's in a place, and you have, as I said, it's only 2 A3 pieces of paper folded in half. So you have a sequence of play, and it's between, obviously it's a 2-player game, so you have the Xenon command phase, which then has mind control, the Queen activation, then the Terrans will have their movement and combat phase, which is broken into movement and ranged, and then melee. Then we have the Xenon movement and control and combat phase. So that's again movement, ranged, melee, and then we have the Hive escape phase. So there's an evacuation segment, outer defense segment, hyperdrive segment, and then the game ends. The game and the turn. So what are the actual conditions for winning the game? Victory. So victory in an attempt to rescue. Victory in a rescue attempt depends on the success of the mission. So there are okay, no. In a punitive mission, So yeah, so obviously you're either going to rescue or you're going to do a punitive mission by the looks of it. The game, as I said, I have a feeling I may have played it, which is why I've laminated the map. So it is as per all SPI games. Everything's nice and clearly spelt out. So you've got a value here, which is your range combat, then the unit type, melee strength, movement, and then the range for your actual weapon. So obviously Starship's modern ranged combat. So we've got summary types, which are the Terrans, which are represented by these style tokens. And then you have the Xenon, who have these counters up the side, and then there's some summary markers that are included here as well. So sequence of play, as I said, mind control, because that seems to be, obviously with the title Rescue from the Hive. The counters are still, as you can see, I've punched the counters. So they are all the counters for the game. You've got obviously the Terrans. These are the neutral markers to represent mind control, incapacitated, and the breach locks, I believe. And then you have literally quite a lot of Xenon. So these two pieces down here represent the ambassador and his daughter. These 6 ones and the 4 ones represent queens. The others are, I believe, good question. What are they? Good question. They are soldiers, as if I didn't know that. Although the 3-3 is a worker. So the larger number, which is this two middle lines, are those. So that again is Rescue from the Hive. If you've played it, let me know, because I really like the fact that each of the sections, so you've got gravity control command and an armory and sections around. So you've got parts that allow you to go from one end of the ship to the other. And yeah, it looks simple enough. I should really think about probably giving it a play again. But there you go. Rescue from the Hive. If you played it, let me go. Till next time, signing off, the Honourable John.